Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a special holiday edition of Friday Night Magic. Today, I thought it was only fitting that we did a red-green deck because it goes with the colors of the season. And this opening hand is okay, but not great. We're going to draw a new one. I'm liking this a little bit better. Just a little bit better. Let's go ahead and keep it. So this deck that we're playing today is called Absolute Power, but in honor of the season, we're going to call it Absolute Santa Power. And it's actually like a sort of aggro rush down style deck. That's going to be the game plan. Now to open up with the Undying Wolf or the Spire Tracer is the question. Let's open up with the Spire Tracer because it can't be blocked. So it's a 1/1, can't be blocked except by, can't be blocked except by a creature with a flying or reach, which chances are, there's a lot, you run into those a lot less. You run into creatures with flying and or reach a lot less than you do into just straight up ground creatures. So the idea is that there's a good chance that he wouldn't have played a 1/1 or whatever creature with reach or one that had flying. And then we're going to go into an attack. So we're going to move into the combat phase. This entire deck it consists of all cards that are 3 casting cost or less. The majority of them are 1 and 2 casting cost. And it's a pretty straightforward, simple rush down your opponent and try to blow them up in the face. I also have the Aura Gnarlid here. It's a 2/2. Creatures with power less than it can't block it. And then it gets +1/+1 for each aura on the battlefield, which this deck is running a handful of auras to be able to pump that up. But as of now, we're just going to be swinging for a little bit with the Young Wolf that has Undying, and the Spire Tracer that can't be blocked except by creatures with flying and or reach. Let's see here. We could play the Wandering Wolf, or we could go with the Gnarlid. I think it makes the most sense to play this. First and foremost, though, we're going to swing for 2. I think it makes more sense to play the Gnarlid right now. I'll tell you why in a second. You're going to swing for 2. That goes through. He's down to 17. Second main phase, we're going to play out Aura Gnarlid. So number 1, it costs 3. So next turn I'll have 4 mana. If I played this, then I could play that next turn, but I'd only have 1 mana remaining. So this way I could play this and then also potentially play Titanic Growth. The other big thing, though, is that if we draw into and play an Aura, then we're going to be able to swing with a pumped up Gnarlid, which would be really, really awesome. So there are 2 reasons why playing the Aura Gnarlid was the better play than the Wandering Wolf last turn. Let's see, he's got nothing yet. Yeah, so he's got, his deck's running, like, he's got accelerated mana, and he's running, is it just 3 colors? Yeah, I'm assuming it's just the 3. All right, we're not going to do anything pre-combat. We're going to swing. Actually, wait, we've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, not quite enough. We could win next turn, though. We honestly have the ability to win next turn. So we're going to swing with all this. He's going to play an Ulcerate, and he's going to do that on my 2/2. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. You know what? We're going to save that and push through extra damage right now by playing this. That's awesome. Okay, so it lives. It's going to only do a little bit more extra damage, but at least the creature doesn't die. And then we are going to play the Wandering Wolf or the Young Wolf. I'm going to play the Young Wolf. What I'm thinking here is that if he draws into board clear, the Young Wolf comes back as a 2/2, whereas the Wandering Wolf would just die if he does like mass damage or something like that. I'll get both of my Wandering Wolves back, because the Undying brings that creature back with a 1/1 token on it. So he's at 9 right now. He's going to Banefire one of my creatures, probably the Aura dude. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, plus the 4, so that's not enough to win next turn. Unfortunately. His Ulcerate really did hurt. We ended up saving the creature for the turn, but it took away 3 potential damage, because we could have won otherwise. And then he's going to do it for 1 to the Spire Tracer. Okay, so now we're down to 2 damage for next turn, and we'll play the Wandering Wolf. We're going to be sitting on that Titanic Growth. Well, we'll have to see what we draw into as well. This deck's only running 21 lands, so... Okay, excellent. So we can play both of these. So we're going to play a second Spire Tracer. We will play the Wandering Wolf. I should attack first, but he's tapped out, so it shouldn't really make a difference. So we'll play those. We will swing for 2, which will bring him down to 7. And so long as we keep 3 damage in play, good chance we're going to have the win next turn. It's a fairly decent chance. I mean, even if he plays, he'd have to play like several blockers. Basically, he'd have to play several creatures that he could block with to not be kind of screwed here. Alright, so there's the Cultivate. And what does he have? Anything? Anything to save himself? Looks like that is a Negatory. Alright, well, here we go. Here we go. Swinging 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. 4, 3, 4. What am I talking about? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 damage total with the Titanic Growth. See if he tries to pick off any creature. Tribute to Hunger. He's going to activate this, which forces me to sack a creature. I will sack one of my Timberwolves. I will pump up the Spire Tracer. So we're going to pump up the Spire Tracer. Becomes a 5/5. Tribute to Hunger. We pick a creature to sack. We sack one of the Timberwolves. It comes back as a 2/2. Not that it matters because we have 5, 6, 7, 8 damage going through to his face. He's at 8 life. So that is the victory. Yowzers, this is not what I want to see. Let's draw a new hand, please. That's not much better, actually. Holy moly. Alright, well, really sucks that we have to go down to 6. It also sucks that we don't have a turn 1 play. This deck has 4, 8, 12 1-drop minions to potentially draw into. And we, unfortunately, drew into none of those. Yes, indeed. You know, we do have 2 3-drops though, so we're gonna play the Wandering Wolf now. 2/1, creatures with power less than it cannot block it. Which is really nice, because you put like this on it, and all of a sudden, creature has to have a power of 4 or greater to block it. It's gonna Voyage's End, return it to my hand. Alright. We're gonna play the the Aura Gnarlid next. And then we can Inferno Fist it the turn after, which will pump it up further. And yeah, that'll be really good, because 2 turns with Inferno Fist, I mean, they both become 4/4s by default, and then the +2/+0 on top of that makes them additionally strong. I'm actually considering playing the other Gnarlid first. There's a shock. Okay. And then I'm assuming it's going to be my turn. He might have a counterspell. So I'm going to play the... no, I'm going to go with this right now anyways, because of the mana curve. Because next turn we can play both of these, one after the other, so... I wonder if he's got a second shock right now. That'd be a kick in the teeth. That would sure be a kick in the teeth. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Okay. Let's make him sacrifice that. We're gonna make him sacrifice that by having huge damage to throw at his face here. Swinging for 8 means there's a pretty good chance that he's gonna sack his Gutter Snipe. Wow, he takes the 8? Oh, you know what? Probably because he has bounce for this turn. I assume anyways. Because if he bounces back my creature, all of those enhancements just disappear. Storm Breath Dragon, okay. 4/4 Flying Haste. Oh yes, he's attacking with it. That makes me happy. We are actually going to... How much damage should we do now? 9, 10, 11... Oh, we're gonna win. We win! Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go into combat phase. Swing for 11. It's been replaced by the AI, quite obviously. Could have told you that was going to happen. Swing for 11, bring him down to 1. Sacrifice this, deal damage to the player, do it to him, and say, bye-bye, friend. Alrighty, let's think about this here. This could be really good or horribly bad, and I don't like that. So, this is better. This is much better. We've got a second land. Unfortunately, yeah, actually we could go with this turn 1. Keep hand. Now what I'm wondering is, do I not play anything turn 1 and then be able to play... No, because then I'll just play this turn 2, or I could play this turn. No, let's just play this turn 1. Let's get the Hoplite in play immediately. And then next turn, unfortunately, unless we draw into just a forest, we won't be able to play anything, but it was either that or not play anything this turn and then just play one thing next turn, which could have either been the Wandering Wolf or the Spire Tracer. But I like getting something in play immediately and then going, okay, so that's perfect. Here we go. So now we've got 2 to play. And we can play... Oh, shucks, actually. Actually, let's go like this. Let's go like that. Pump him up here. Check this out. Gets 2-2, then gets pumped up with another 2-2. So he's a 4-4 out of nowhere. Oh, man. He's a 4-4 out of nowhere. Coming at ya. And the cool thing is, he's going to be a 3-3 when he comes into play, because he gets pumped pumped up not for each aura on him, but for each aura in the on the battlefield. So yeah, it doesn't need to be attached to him. He'll just be a 3-3 because this aura exists on the battlefield. So next turn he's getting a hit for 5, and we can play the Wandering Wolf, or if we draw an untapped land, we could play the Gnarlid. And my opponent's just kind of contemplating here. He's like, wait a second, what is going on? I think he was trying to figure out like how all of a sudden I was doing massive damage. We can play the Gnarlid now. Let's attack first. No, actually, let me force his hand to see if he wants to counter the Gnarlid. Because what I'm thinking here is that he might have had something to get rid of like this. But if he sees me play a creature that he also doesn't want, he might instead divert his attention and his mana resources for the turn to that. But it looks like neither one of those things happened. He is at 11. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage on the board. Which, if this all resolves, will put him down to 3. Okay, he's got a 1-3 flying defender. And prevent all combat damage will be dealt to that. So he'll be able to block this and prevent it. And we can play both of these creatures. I am going to swing with everything. He could just block and kill my Spire Tracer, but if he does, that means he's taking that extra damage, so. There's a decent chance he'll just block the 4-4, so he takes the least amount of damage and just lets that one go through. So yeah, this creature would have been vulnerable to him blocking and killing it, but at this point he's so low, he's just trying to prevent as much damage as possible, you know? Alright, so we're going to go with another Hoplite, as well as a Wandering Wolf, which he cannot block the Wandering Wolf, because it has power less than him. And even if he blocks this next turn, we've got 5, 6, 7 damage in play, so he needs more stuff here. Okay, he plays another guard. Okay. So if I were to guess, I would say he would block the 4 and the 3, so he'll be taking 2, 3, 4 damage next turn, bringing him down to 3. What is this? Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and can't block. Is there anything we can put that on that he cannot? Yes, we can put this on this, because he cannot block this. So now this becomes a 4-3, which he cannot block. The aura gets pumped up, and he blocks 4, 8, takes 4, 5, 6. He is down to 1. Sans anything he might do with his remaining 1 mana. So he cannot block the 4-3, so his other best choice is to block this. Wait. He just died, unless he's got some... what? Okay. Guess. Okay, alright, let's get one more holiday game in, and this one is pretty good for an opening hand. We got 2 minions, some pump up. I don't mind it, especially I love having the Spire Tracer, so. And we get to play first, which is nice. So we're gonna open up with a Spire Tracer. Next turn, probably play the Mountain and go with Wandering Wolf. And then the turn after, we can play the Gruul Guildgate. That's a cool picture. That's a cool picture. Very cool fantasy world. I wonder if, what do you guys think about one day there existing a Magic the Gathering MMO? What do you think about that? I don't want to ask you if you think it's a possibility, because anything is possible. Anything is possible. But Do you think it'd be neat? I kind of think they have such an interesting fantasy world that it could be kind of fun to see Magic the Gathering MMO. I think I would kind of like that. I mean, it would probably be trash. Right? Let's be honest here. Have any of the Magic the Gathering games, like PC games, been really that good? I'm gonna kind of say no. No, they haven't. But you never know, right? Like I just said, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Here's a question for me. Do I go with this on... Well, actually, initially I was going to say, do I play the Infernal Fist on this creature or this creature? But right now I think I should just play it on the Maniacal Rage. I think I should just play the Maniacal Rage and hold off on the Infernal Fist. We're going to play that on our... Because the thing is, he might play a creature with power big enough to block this sooner or later. But this one, he might have a harder time blocking. Although he does have creatures with reach coming up. Yeah. Oh, gosh. But this is +2/+2. I want to spread this stuff out anyway, so let's put it on this. He's a spider spawning deck. Spider spawning was the bane of last Friday Night Magic's episode. Although hilariously, that last game, I totally just missed lethal, but you know, whatever. It gave a few people aneurysms, but besides that, all of the normal adjusted people who don't have heart attacks over video game performance on the internet, they were fine. It's always funny, man. I get a kick out of it, you know. I said this before, like in my early 20s, I was like super serious about, oh, you gotta be the best, you gotta be the best. And then I sort of realized, nah, it's not that important. And I've definitely transitioned into just having fun when I'm playing video juegos. And I found that I enjoy myself much more. What? Better now? Much more? Who? We're gonna play this first because then we can Infernal Fist next turn to pump him up and then get the additional benefit of that and this. So I both of these. This is 5 damage, which he, as of this moment, cannot block, bringing him down to 9. And we might have a win next turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we draw one more land, we have the win next turn. Actually, with the Coordinated Assault, we might have it too. He's got blocking, so probably not. Double Coordinated Assault for 4 damage, or 1 Infernal Fist for 2 damage. We should double Coordinated Assault for 4 damage. Let's see. He won't be able to block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can do it pre-combat. Well, pre him declaring blockers. And I'm going to put it all on these 2 creatures. I'm not going to put anything on him, because he can just chump block this. Okay, so we're going to go into combat. And then pre him declaring blockers, we're going to Coordinate Assault. Why pre? So that I can pump up the wolf before he can block it. So now it's got power greater than his blocking creature's power. And now he can't block it. And he can't block this because he doesn't have flying or reach. So that is 9 damage going through. He is at 9 health. And that does it. And that's going to do it for this holiday edition of Friday Night Magic. Thanks guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I hope you all have a good holiday. If you do not celebrate any holidays this time of year, I hope you just have a great day and have a good weekend. I will be back likely on Sunday with some more videos. Not sure if I'm going to have anything up on Saturday. It's possible, but not guaranteed. Either way, though, have a good one. I'll see you soon. Keep watching and keep owning.